Before Instagram likes and TikTok views, this sound defined your social status. That beep on your hip, it meant you mattered. My name's Keith, and if you remember that sound, you're probably feeling old. This is a story about how a tiny plastic box became the undisputed emblem of 90s cool. Let's rewind to a world with no instant messaging, just wall phones with curly cords and real plans you couldn't text to cancel. If you said you meet at the mall at 7, you were there. Back then, if you weren't home, you were pretty much unreachable. But soon, a tool once reserved for doctors and emergency workers would escape the hospital and change communication forever. Pagers had existed for decades, but when technology got smaller and cheaper in the late 80s and early 90s, everything changed. Wide area paging let messages travel across entire cities. By 1994, over 60 million people carried one. The beep wasn't just for emergencies anymore. It was for everyone. So how did a surgeon's gadget become a teenage flex? Price and style. Cell phones were still bricks, but pagers were affordable and customizable. Motorola dropped models in neon and translucent colors that clipped perfectly to your jeans. Beat me became the phrase. And that little chirp was the sound of being wanted. But it wasn't just about being wanted. It was how you communicated the message that mattered. Early pagers only showed numbers, so we invented our own secret code. 143 meant, I love you. 911, call me now. We turned digits into emotions, and the people who could read your messages felt like they were in a club. It was private, creative, and way more personal than a text. But the beep was just the beginning. The real challenge was trying to find a phone. A page in class meant a quick glance at your hip and then a mad dash to the nearest payphone. You dig for quarters, run out of a movie, or wait your turn in line. The pager was the notification. The payphone was the reply button. And every reply cost you 25 cents. Pagers became pop culture shorthand for popularity, showing up in movies, TV shows, and music as the ultimate symbol of being in demand. One little beep drove 90s culture one quarter at a time. By the mid-90s, two-way pagers arrived. First Motorola's Tango, then early BlackBerry models with keyboards. But when cell phones got smaller and texting became standard, pagers didn't stand a chance. Why just get a beep when you can read and reply instantly? By the early 2000s, the pagers went silent. Motorola stopped production in 2001, and the coolest accessory on your belt became a relic overnight. Today, pagers survive mostly in hospitals because they never lose signal, but their influence is everywhere. They were the first to step toward our always-on culture. They taught us to stay reachable, but they also gave us something modern tech lost: anticipation. That beep wasn't just a message, it was mystery, connection, and a reason to find a payphone. Running to a payphone is a core memory for a whole generation. Or a 911 from your mom after curfew. Drop your memories in the comments, and if this brought you back, subscribe for more dives into the tech that shaped us. Somebody page Keith?